and it triggered all kinds of shit, and so I stayed away again. And then you kept telling me like, I'm going live, like come see my live and blah blah blah. You know, I can't I can't join your live streams if Dylan is anywhere around, period. That's just the fact of the matter. There's no reconciling that. There's no resolving that. There's nothing that can change the fact that I want to put a bullet through his brain every time I see him. Actually, I think more about an ice pick through the back of the skull.
My God.
So, I mean, it just is.
Makes me insanely sad because he's one of the few friends in my life that has, like, knows about orchestra and this and that. Like, I am very good friends with him because of the fact that he knew who my dad was and this and that. Like, there was.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. I'm sorry, Glenn.
I don't know.
I mean, I understand that. Like, if shit had been handled differently, then it would be different for me. But, like, I tried to do everything that I could to let you know that shit was fucking with me.
I guess I thought my text messages were enough. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, when I tell you that, like, I literally text you more than anybody. Like, I could show you, like, I could go through my text and show you how, like, the millions of people, like, the 100 days going by of one person messaging me and me saying one thing back to, like, 50 messages under you. You get what I'm saying? Which is why I feel like I do have a constant stream of communication with you, is because for me, text, like, phone calls are harder for me, and I told you that. Like, it's kind of anxiety ridden for me to do phone calls, especially so because of my business and this and that. Like, I started talking to everybody like shit, because that's, like, I was the boss and I had to, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So I have a lot of anxiety behind like calling, and I know that calling is like a big deal to you. And there are times where I can, and then there's times where I feel like I just fucking can't.
I understand.
But you're right. It would have fixed a lot of shit, or maybe, I don't know, depending on my state of mind, maybe it would have made it worse. Today, like, I was fully as soon as I woke up, I was planning on it and everything. I got up, I made Damien some food and this and that, and we played a little bit of Minecraft, and then I went and I checked my phone, and it was already like 2:30 and shit, and then I saw all your messages, and I was like, oh wait, so I'm not supposed to call now, or I didn't know what to do with that. Because you made that very confusing. You, like, said, don't waste your breath on calling. And then immediately right after, you said, like, anything other than a call is disrespectful. And then you said that you wanted your shit back. And I felt so mind-fucked by all of that. But I was still prepared to talk to you. Because I was like, I need to talk to him. He deserves it. I've been working my ass off, and I finally, as soon as I wake up, like, after I sent that message last night.
Yeah, so, I don't want to come off as sounding, like, infallible or holier than thou or pedagogical or anything like that. When I sent you a message saying that I needed to hear your voice because I was lost and didn't know what the fuck I was doing, in my opinion, like, you should have called me right away to be like, I can't have this conversation right now, but I wanted to let you know that I heard you, and I will be calling you as soon as I can. And that's it. 45 seconds, I'm good. and I can wait to hear from you until later. But instead, what I got was you attacking me, right? And you attacked me, again, from my perspective, over bullshit. And the conversation devolved from there into like me challenging your assertions, and then you not responding to my challenges, but like attacking me for other shit, right? Like that's my perception of the way that whole string went. And instead, I feel like I should have gotten a phone call saying, I'm sorry, I can't have this conversation. I hear you. I love you. I will be in touch so we can resolve this. And then two,
I didn't know that was an option.
And then two, rather than attacking me, it should have been like, okay, what's the concern with what happened? Like, what's the real issue? Not what people are talking about, but like, what's your real issue with what happened last night? Then we could have had a productive conversation about it. Instead, I get attacked and avoided. So
I didn't avoid you yesterday. I swear to God. Yesterday was honestly like insane for me. But I could have called you and left 45 seconds and you know what I mean? Like, I didn't know that was an option though. I thought you were going to get mad at me for the fact that I had Damien. Like, also, Damien had my phone the whole day. But I could have called you on my way there. You're right. I could have called you on my way there. Like, Damien is fucking ruthless. Like, I can't believe he's being, like, so quiet right now. But he's been ruthless the last few days. I'm not even kidding. It's like every time I get crazier, it's like he gets crazier and makes me even crazier. Anyways, no, I'm sorry. And I didn't know that would have been an option, because had I done that with anyone else in a relationship, they would have just blown up on me and it would have ruined my whole life, like my whole day. And I wouldn't have had the energy to get all that done. You get what I mean? Like, I'm afraid that I'm going to have a conversation and it's going to go bad, and then I won't be capable of doing anything for the rest of the day. Like, the fact that I'm not a bumbling buffoon right now after, like, I thought that I was going to just be bawling my eyes out during this whole conversation after I couldn't stop crying, you know? And normally when I can't stop crying, like, I've cried before for days, literal days.